Oh, this is dope. Yeah, bro, this is super fun. You should play Portal. History will only remember one. We have to make a bet on who sells first. Bet Mike. Mike's gonna sell first. This is my first time experiencing the game. We already had hours of experience on these things.
What up, world? Back again with some more content. It's your boy L right here.
Okay. Come on, wait a second.
20 days left. Find treatment or I'm gonna be homeless for Christmas.
Wait there. Okay.
I called 2 treatment facilities. One's got me on a waiting list, and then the other one, they just never answered. So phone busy, or they were at lunch, or whatever have you. But yeah, how y'all doing? Hope your days is going okay. Hope your loved ones. We're gonna have a great day on purpose. We're gonna have a great day on purpose. I've got to take my medicine. Gotta take my medicine. Take your pills. Take your pills.
Like, you think we should do like, wait, Tony, you see this? Yeah, I'm looking right at it. That's what I'm talking about. Going from left to right, it would be that triangle and then that X. So do triangle X and then I'll do the diagonal. Triangle X. Okay,
Vitamin E. Vitamins. I can go in the trash. Oh. October. Watch medications. I had to take it off. Oh, it's close. Yeah, I hope you all are hugging your loved ones and making great things and making an impact on the world. I've got to use the restroom, so Hold on a sec. Like, comment, share, subscribe to Elroy's World. You're changing a life, impacting a life for the better. Sylvester, you want to say hi? You want to say hi, Sylvester? Let me see. You want to say hi? Say hi, Sylvester.
Hey, you want to do a bet? Yeah, let's do a bet. Whoever dies first loses. All right, cool. All right, good.
Sylvester.
So Fox up. Okay, good.
Ugh. Back. I'll be right back.
What? Okay, that is it. I killed you on that one. I killed you. That doesn't. Oh, wait. Hold up, wait. Should we do sabotage? Because with portals, that could be hilarious. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Nah, you can't spam it. Yes, please. Let's get to this level being established. All right, let's get to this level being established. Because right now, this shit's already. Okay. Hold on. Wait. Can we just. Unless I'm wrong. Here. Oh my, bro. See that? Oh my God. Oh, look at that. Easy.
I'm kidding. Destroying them. They are no more important to you.
Oh, yeah, you even cook without me. Perfect. Don't. Oh, we need that ball. We need that ball.
Mental check-in. Today I'm doing okay. I worked a lot last night on my e-commerce. I'm trying to like figure. If I pause, it's because I'm trying to figure out how to word things, make it sound like okay. I don't sound stupid while I'm on live. But I just worked a lot on my e-commerce. Got a like day by day breakdown of what to do every day. I got my ROI sheet up, Google sheet up. So that's all together. That's all calculated together. What else I did? I did some research on some products. I tracked one product. I got the Amazon Sellers Keeper or Sellers app, and then I've got the Keeper app as well. So I got those two settled in, and I'm working those out. I'm probably going to watch some like how-to tutorials on the Keeper, how like work Keeper and the Keeper app, and the do's and don'ts of like product trends and stuff like that, trying to figure all those out. So I feel good about that. That's actually keeping me motivated to do this. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, you check the description. You see the thumbnail. 20 days. And I don't know. I feel. I don't know. I don't want to say numb per se. Hold on, I'll be right back. Give me a sec.
Please continue into the next test chamber.
What? She said one of us is doing very well. Like, she could be in for like trying to make a taste of it.
senators like Nate Morris, the pro-Trump conservative for U.S. Senate.
And that's exactly what brought me to Kentucky, to endorse Nate Morris. We're behind you. You're a successful business guy. You cover politics really strong.
Nate Morris stands with President Trump.
Causing microbes are on everyone's scalp. When you use Head & Shoulders every wash, its active ingredient keeps them at bay.
Tackle dandruff every wash. Take back control of your erections and optimize testosterone through PIMS. This daily dual-action pill includes prescription strength tadalafil for longer-lasting erections and to help you feel younger, stronger, and more energized. Plus zinc to naturally support your testosterone levels. PIMS is 100% online. You can enjoy convenience with discretion. See why 73% of users report having more spontaneous intimacy with daily treatment. Get your edge back with ED plus testosterone support. Start today at PIMS.com.
You talking shit.
All right, 5 subs on this, Nicole?
Let's do it. 5 subs. Well, this is the training. Do you want to get through the training and then wait for the real game? Yeah. Okay, but.
Everything you are doing, but I don't like it. I want you to stop.
Right. Let's do
The
it.
two of you have forged an excellent partnership,
Oh, fine.
with one of you handling the cerebral challenges, and the other ready to ponderously waddle into action should it suddenly become an eating contest.
Wow, I feel like this is talking about me.
Wait to get off that.
I get it. It's over here. Oh, you already got it.
Get it? Go through there. No, turn around. What are you doing? Go right here. Okay, perfect. All right. Wait, no. Go all the way over. Yup. Oh, wait. Keep going. Yup.
Okay.
Now, let me see. Let this go. Wait, hold on, wait. Oh, yeah. No, we're good. All right. Now, wait. No, Mike, no. Okay.
I get.
Put a portal down. Oh, yeah, okay. No, you might be straight. Okay. Put another portal right there. No, not the same portal, Mike. You're cooked.
No, now wait. Press it again.
Oh, no, you're not.
I know I'm not cooked.
Okay, get on that platform. Don't go through that.
There we go.
Okay, wait. No, never mind. All right, go through. Yeah, you're gonna have to go all the way back now.
Okay.
No, you're cooked. You can't. You messed up.
Wait. No, Tony, I'm not cooked.
You are.
No, I'm not.
Okay, man. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you're right.
I'm different, bro. Grab this shit.
Oh, you're right. Oh, you snapped.
I'm different.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, man.
I don't know what the fuck I did. No, I don't know what the fuck I did. Yo, like.
Okay. Go through. Don't jump in that portal. Don't just jump around it. Okay, because that's the old portal. Now. Alright, bro. Yeah, okay. Hold on. Hey, we gotta restart.
Yeah, let's restart. How do we restart?
I don't know.
Return the game, go to the hub, option menu.
Okay.
No.
No. Go through there. Yeah. Okay. Oh, you can't come out? Yeah, maybe I just kill you then.
Here we go.
Just taught Orange a valuable lesson in trust. For that, Blue receives 14 science collaboration points.
Stop it.
Okay, Tom.
You went in this.
I got it because you're crazy. Okay. So this is which one's this one? Blue, perfect. All right. Press the down. Press the down.
Okay.
No. Oh well. Can I jump this? No. All right. No. Put me up. Press down again. Another one. Perfect. All right. Press up.
Right.
There we go.
Okay. Now, yeah. Well, do that in Portal. You're perfect. Take that. Yes. Okay. Now I'm letting this shit go. Now, Tony. Here we go, Daddy. Now shoot your portal in over here. You can shoot through that. There's that glass right there. You can shoot this wall right here.
Yeah, I know, but I gotta go back down then.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I can't. If I fall, I'll die. I think. Do I?
Oh yeah, you do that. No.
Let's see. Do I die? No, I don't. Okay, bet.
Okay. Okay. Huh? Good shit. Good shit.
I don't know. I never got into Portal. I remember those days of Portal though. It was good times. Good times. Yeah. What was I saying? Feel all right. Feel decent. Just trying to psych myself up, prepare myself mentally. Again. Other than that, for the most part, I'm doing all right. Take one day at a time. Just take one day at a time. Oh, so if you haven't heard about Netflix and Paramount bidding for Warner Brothers, this man. So Netflix thought they had it in the bag. Netflix really thought they had it in the bag. And then Paramount came through with $108 billion with a B dollar offer. Like I was telling the homeboy last night, this deal is going to go down in history. Whoever actually gets Warner Brother is going to go down in history. It's going to change the landscape of movies, movie production, how we view movies, everything. It's going to change everything. And I keep hearing people say, movies are going to come out in theaters for 2 weeks and go straight to streaming. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think what Netflix would be do the regular routine of, movies come out, this, that, and the third. But they got the power to bring back DVDs. That's a side note. But for my real thought is they can make their own movies and put them in the theater. So instead of streaming them, so just imagine, just to put in perspective, imagine you go to a movie theater and you see the Netflix emblem next to a movie theater title or something like that. It'll be a Netflix original before the movie or the title screen comes up. I think they would do that. I think they would push more of their Netflix original movies. I think they'll try to funnel all of the film productions and publishing and all that licensings they get from Warner Brothers. I think they'll just muffle it into Netflix and just cover it up with Netflix. I think they'll do that before just outright gutting the cinematic uh, franchise. But it's going to change how we view movies for a very long time, for a very 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 long time. I mean that's just a perspective of it. They could do a whole lot. They can shut down studios. They can take over studios of Hollywood. I mean, just imagine your next favorite movie, or the next favorite movie, or not the favorite movie, but the next Grammy award winning movie is a Netflix original. I think that's what they're aiming for. I think what they're aiming for, winning Grammys, is just the byproduct. Is a simple. It's just a byproduct. I think they're really wanting to go gun ho about it. But Paramount came with that 100 billion. We're getting into some scary numbers. Into some scary numbers now. 100 billion. And Paramount, and I don't know if this is true or not, but supposedly through the grapevine that Paramount is owned by a bunch of Republicans or something like that, and it's owned by like some oligarchies or some bullshit like that. I'm not for sure on it, but if it is true, that's scary in itself too. I mean, it's in my opinion, it's the worst of two evils. You got Netflix, which is a streaming kingdom empire. Then you have Paramount, which is essentially trying to be the next Netflix. Then you also got Disney as well. And if Netflix get it, Disney's kaput. If Paramount gets it, Disney's okay for a time being until they start licensing, superhero movies and stuff like that, and want to try to make superhero movies and I don't know what they would do with the gaming department of Warner Brothers. The gaming side, that's mainly what I'm really worried about within this deal is the gaming, because with Warner Brothers owning Monolith and the Nemesis system, I mean Warner Brothers is dirty for doing that. It should have never been really patented, or if it was patented, it should have been, it should have had some way of having, publishers and developers have access to it some way, somehow. It definitely could have been in the copyrights patent, contract. But you know what? They probably Warner Brothers was holding Monolith and the Nemesis system because they knew they were eventually going to sell, and they knew if they try to make games on it, it would ruin the reputation if the games didn't come out good, or if they try to lease it out, so to speak, or license it out, so to speak, and then and those games didn't come out good, then it would tarnish the reputation of Monolith, of the Nemesis system, and so forth and so forth. So I see why they kept it They kept it lock and key. But man, a lot of great games that came out could have used the Nemesis system. What Gotham Knights, Batman Arkham, Arkham Asylum. Those games would have been marvelous with the Nemesis system. Marvelous. Just imagine, just imagine you're playing Batman, Arkham Knights, or something like, or Gotham Knights, and it plays out like you beat up some bad guys or something like that, and beat up one of like a named villain in the lottery of Batman's villains, and then next thing you know, you get alert about breakouts happening in a jail or breakouts happening in Arkham Asylum or something like that, and then boom, 30 minutes later into your gameplay, or you're trying to do a mission, boom, bang, pow, the villain you just locked up, or the henchman that you just locked up, is now became a captain in the ring of Black Mask or something like that, or one of like Harley Quinn's nemesis or whatever has captured Harley Quinn, and now you got to save Harley Quinn. You know what I mean? Some crazy stuff, or even better yet, the Suicide Squad. You know what I mean? Like, instead of killing off the Suicide Squad or killing off the Justice League just continuously comes back, or the variants of different, Green Lanterns, different Batmans. You kill off one Batman, you think Batman's done for. Next thing you know, in another complete area, there's a whole nother Batman. You know what I mean? That's the Nemesis can do. The Nemesis system can do that type of stuff. But it'll be pretty exciting to see. I think between Paramount and Netflix, I think Netflix will probably do something with the gaming side of WB. Paramount, I don't see too much. If anything, they'll probably do mobile games, or they'll try to do like the games on TV type ordeal, which I was never for. I think it's corny. I think it's being invasive almost, and being disrespectful to the gaming industry, trying to branch off into like TVs and stuff like that, when the original OG way of playing video games is console on your TV. But I guess trying to tap into the market of those who don't have consoles. But then you have PC, and PC gaming is the original OG. Is one of the original OGs of playing video games. So yeah, I think you can't make a gaming development, a gaming publisher, without having your eyes set on tapping into those markets of people, those customers who have gaming consoles or gaming PCs. Uh, look at that. Yeah, but it's gonna change the landscape again, and I'll be very interested. Like, if Paramount got Warner Brothers, I believe they can come out with some good Mortal Kombat movies. I believe they would come out with some good Mortal Kombat movies. Now, would they scrap it whole and start on new? Probably, probably. Um, would they scrap like the Marvel characters that they have? Probably not. They'll probably keep them. Probably stay afloat with what they got so far. Probably let James Gunn do his thing, handle his business. They'll probably not change anything on the DC side of things. Um, oh wait, does Warner Brothers have Marvel characters? I feel like Warner Brothers does have some type of licensing or just distribution of some Marvel characters, or some maybe their toys, maybe like their toys. Mm. Yeah, I don't know what they'll do with the toy sector. They might try to push out toys and be a toy sector and boost that up. Talking about Paramount, um, they might do something with that, or Netflix might even do something with the toy sector. Who knows? Toys, from what I understand, toys has been obsolete. Every store I go to, the toy section is always full and empty. And I grew up in the times where toy sections were always empty and or did not have what you was looking for. And there was always some kid in the aisles playing with a ball or throwing a ball or something and messing something up. I grew up in those times, and now you don't see it anymore, which is sad. Sad to see. But it's the tales of the times. Just the tales of the times. Mm. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like, my opinion, I would honestly rather have Netflix take over. I know it's probably a hot take, but I'd rather have Netflix take over than Paramount, because Paramount owns. I'm trying to think. I'm not for sure where Paramount actually comes from, but if it's the like old school Paramount, the filming that was on the cinema side, film side, and I mean, I would hate to see the theaters go. I would hate for, but I mean, after the pandemic, the theaters have not bounced back. Like even Broadway cinema, the stage performances and all that's all died down as well. So I would hate to see it, but I mean, you can record Broadway performances. Look at Medea. Medea got popular through word of mouth and bootleg DVDs. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. People were recording the play and then burning it on CDs and then selling them. And that's how Medea got to be Medea. That's how Tyler Perry got to come here, to be here, to have his own studio, Hollywood studio production, stuff like that. So I don't know, but it's crazy. I don't think it's going to be the end of it. I think it's going to reach about, if Netflix doesn't come back with at least another 2 billion or at least a couple extra million, I think Paramount might actually get it. But I don't think it's going to be the end of it. I think maybe Netflix might have one more deal in them. They might go up one more billion. I think right now it's 108.7 billion. I think Netflix might go 109.3 billion, and if Paramount comes back after that, then whoever comes back after this initial bid, I'll be very surprised if Netflix doesn't come back. Like if I was Netflix, if I was the powers to be at Netflix, I would definitely be looking at my assets and reviewing all the assets I've got, past, present, and future assets, and be really, really looking at them, be really looking at the markets, um, And yeah, I would definitely try to go up another billion. I would definitely try to go up another billion. If anything, just for the love of the game. For the love of the game. I'm dead ass serious. I know that sounds vague, but just for the love of the game, see what would Paramount do if I went up one more billion, and if they came up to one more thousand or one more million. Hey, but Warner Brothers got it good right now. Warner Brothers got it real good right now. Ugh.
I think you're good. You don't need to be over there anymore. Yeah, there is tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but where's the? I don't know. Let me see.
No, sorry, look at this thing right here.
Yeah. Okay.
We had this right over here.
Oh, see, that's where it is. I didn't see that. Okay, that's set up.
There you go.
All right. Come back over here and hit the cage.
We cooking now, baby.
Let's do it. See. Okay. This is where the. Okay. This is the part of the ball. Yeah. Easy though. Easy fix. Easy fix.
Okay, I'll be about to do it again then.
Yeah.
Wait 1 second, so my internet's going to.
Oh, say it so, please. Yeah. On the left. On my left. On your right.
Okay, somebody said there is no training. It's the whole game. Okay.
Tony reads the chat every so often. It feels like it. That is true. Bro doesn't reach that. That's not true. I do reach that. I probably don't reach that as much as another content creator. That is probably true. But I also don't do just chattings as much as other content creators. Like we're usually locked into a game. Tony, there's no training. Oh, there's no training. Yeah, we're in it.
All right, let's do it. I figured we was in it, bro.
All right, bet. Let's do it then.
Okay, let's go. Okay.
Stay there. Yeah, this.
Okay.
Got this.
You got it? There you go. Good shit.
I thought you'd be faster at this,
There we go.
but I can appreciate the desire to stop without testing.
Let's buckle.
We're waiting for that smoke break.
That's
Hey, Mike, we not training, so we good.
You ready?
Hey, you down? We'll be right back with all these messages. Is that right, Mike?
Smoke break. Come to Kmart every Friday and Saturday for our best Black Friday sale.
Oh man, I love Tony's smoke break messages because they're literally old school commercials, man. Like the kids nowadays will not know the luxury or not know just oh god the style just kicking in. Will not know the feeling of watching TV and seeing a commercial of your favorite show and a new episode's about to come out and it's coming out this Friday. You make plans, make sure you'll be at home in front of the TV, watching TV. Oh God. Raised by the boob tube. I was clearly raised by the boob tube, and I ain't mad at it, not one bit, not one single bit.
It's her boyfriend, husband, ex. I don't know what it is. Okay, so that is the joke. So and that is how I found out about her is because of her boyfriend, bro. And that's another way of that. She
I
also
don't know
like,
if they're still together though.
who cares? She also like somebody like that was the first time I ever heard about her was that, and then she like took one of my videos and like just kind of put it in there as a reaction, but didn't even react to it. So mad people were like, "Yo, bro, you have to give her a copyright strike. She didn't even do anything with your content." And I was like, I'm not gonna like, I don't really care.
Yeah.
You know, it's like fuck it. Do you have any content creator that you really want to meet, Mike?
Doja Cat.
It's not a content creator, it's an artist. Artist is a different question. I'm talking about specifically content creator. Doja Cat, you fuck with Doja Cat like that?
Yeah.
That's of age, Mike. That's or not of age, but that is appropriate.
Damn, I don't know, Tony. I already said like, all the content creators I really wanted to meet, I already did.
I think like yeah, literally like that's the only I think the only person like there's not a lot of people I really want to meet. Like,
Well, okay, what about actors or artists? Like, we'll just make the question more like broader.
dude, this is sound crazy. The only artist I've ever mentioned in meeting that I think will get hyped for me is Doja Cat. But I really think that's the only one, bro. Because everybody else is just like,
No. It's like you're not. You have no
Content creator I would want to meet. I don't know. That'll probably be chill and dope. Um, Probably Rad Brad. I ain't gonna hold you. It'll probably be Rad Brad. Rad Brad would probably be a content creator I would probably want to meet. Probably just real chill, Family Guy type vibes. Dad. He's a dad. So that's someone I can admire for sure, for sure. Someone I can definitely admire. Um, let's see who else. Luke. I wouldn't mind meeting Luke or Queso. Actually, yeah, Queso, Corey. There's a couple I wouldn't mind like just chilling with and maybe like doing a video or something with. Corey for sure. Breezy. I don't know. I would love to get like into a deep fighting history with Maximilian, dude. Just like learn a bunch of lore of like behind the scenes of like how fighting games and like the history of fighting games and just getting a big deep lore perspective from him. You know what I mean? Been part of like a lot of fighting game and gaming in general, and just learning from the dude for real. I don't know. For the most part, I mean, even Jake Baldino, I would love to get, um, would love to get in touch with him and learn from him, so to speak. And whenever I think of like what content creator I want to meet, it's somebody I probably want to learn from and learn from wherever industry they're in, whether they're like still working in the industry or they're just, they made a good enough money and they're just doing content now. That would be my major thing. Like, who can I learn from, basically? And who's really willing to like just teach and just talk about content and gaming. That would be my biggest thing. Let's see.
So this is how we're gonna start. This is what we're gonna do. Try to find legend and civility with this. We got a dog rule in there.
What? Oh Lord. Friday.
So this morning I put out a tweet, and the tweet reads: "To be a successful content creator in the long term is to accept that comprehension levels are below sea level these days. You can explain the same point daily, and there will be people who intentionally or unintentionally miss the point. then build resentment towards you. But you got to charge it to the game and keep it moving.
Oh, okay. That was interesting. See what your chain movies are.
When you got a classic ride, you want tools you trust. Whether you drive it every day. What is it?
呢個係情況法，要喺何日飛先生。黃生懷疑印象綁架，我想你一齊聽。我唔係懷疑啊，我係有證據嘅。我派個伙計落地影相，睇到按偷公司嘅材料，發覺1連4日都見到呢個車停喺地盤門口。呢幾個人每日都有出現。係咪你上次俾人綁架？一條陰影？絕對唔係有陰影，我係直覺覺得有問題。你嘅直覺？冇錯，其實你唔好睇小我嘅直覺，我係成功30%靠我才幹同努力，70%靠我直覺嚟決定。1967年報道，我揸主意大量入地皮。1974年。
Okay, yeah, not gonna be able to see that. Oh no, I can't. Adult Swim. 5 hours of Adult Swim. What to watch?
Okay, so at this point, I think we're about here where we should make Game Awards bingo. At my
All right.
Okay, so at this point, I think
This should be good.
about here where we should make
Luke
Game
Stevens
Awards
good.
bingo. At my
Shout out to Luke
rule
Stevens.
for this is that if we get a bingo while watching the show Thursday night, we'll co-stream and do everything. If we get a bingo, we'll do a PS5 giveaway for the community. Fair?
Nice.
Back. We'll do that. How's that sound? So high stakes. My goal is to fill this in with our guesses. Some unlikely, some Hail Marys. We'll just kind of put them in randomly, and then on the night we'll play it, and we'll see if we get a bingo. You know, Watch It International. How we've done it previously is that if you're international and there's a local retailer where I can order the PS5 from and ship it to you, we do that. But if there is no local retailer, we just send you a PayPal payment for the amount that a PS5 is worth, and you can get it however you need to. If that makes sense. Because obviously there's some places where I, as an American, can't order from. But if you have a local vendor or whatever, then we just send you the money to get it yourself. So we have ways of doing it. We have ways. We're resourceful. So with this, we have a rundown of things that we expect. There's some Hail Mary things, you know, like kind of the obvious ones. We should put Half-Life 3 in there. That's kind of an obvious one. I think the Hail Marys we probably put in the corners. That's, to me, just sounds right. So like Half-Life 3, Elder Scrolls 6 trailer. I can probably write it out. Half-Life 3. So we can put the Hail Marys in there. I think that's fair to say. Duskblood's trailer, Column 2. So we have stuff like that. Injustice 3, oh, that'd be cool. Oh, Bloodborne 2, that's kind of...
Kingdom Hearts 4 is crazy. Bloodborne 2, yeah.
No, there's no you. Bloodborne. Fable, I think Fable also. Fable, I guess just trailer. Black Ops 7 or Black Ops 8. You know, there's stuff like that. But there's a bunch of things that are like pretty well locked in here at this point. The reason I have in the center you might be like, if you didn't see the previous stream clip, you might be like, what do you mean DOS 3? It like pretty much is confirmed now that Divinity Original Sin 3 is what that statue is for the Game Awards. So that to me is like the one that's locked in. We're going to see that. It's not confirmed at this point, which is why it's still on here, but it's extremely, extremely likely. Witcher 4, I think they said that there's no Witcher. The Witcher will not be at the show. But they did not say that Cyberpunk 2 would not be at the show.
Cyberpunk 2,
Okay,
really?
is that fair? Hail Marys?
New Vegas remaster. Ooh, good one. New Vegas remaster / remake. Okay, that's a good one. Maybe we also put on the other side, maybe we put like Fallout 3 remaster. We put that up there. I think that's totally fair. That's a good one. Black Flag remake, that one's pretty likely. I think we put that like here, Black Flag remake, or they call it resynced, is what they call it. Kingdom Hearts 4. Kingdom Hearts 4.
That's a good one.
New God of War. I don't think we're going to see that, but we'll put it on there anyways. Why not? Starfield 2. Starfield 2. Corey game. Oh, should we just call it Corey game?
Corey game.
Corey's watching the 7. God damn it, guys. Judas? Oh, dude, I think we see Judas. I think Judas is really likely. Judas, Persona 6. Bro, don't get my hopes up. Okay, honest question. Do you think we see Star Wars Eclipse? Do you think we see that? That one I'm really not sure about. It should be ready. But who knows? State of Decay 3, does that even still exist anymore? Phantom Blade 0, I do think we see Phantom Blade 0. Okay, that's a good one. Bioshock, they just restarted development, so I don't think we see that. Saros, I think Saros is really likely. Intergalactic, that is not. Intergalactic Heretic Prophet. That's decently likely, I think. RE9, of course, yeah, that's pretty much confirmed, right? Dante's Inferno,
Dante's Inferno.
007?
That would be love.
007.
Yeah, definitely going to see 007. RE9 for sure. Phantom Blade 0, probably.
Fable, did I not put I put
Fable trailer, probably.
Fable. Okay,
Fable
we
anything,
do have
yeah.
on here. We do have that. Kojima, which Kojima project specifically? Crimson Desert? Oh, we have to see Crimson Desert. We have to see that. OD,
Oh, yeah, Crimson Desert.
You want to put OD?
OD.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do it. Some
trailer or something.
What's something like out there? Persona 6 is out there. I think that's a Hail Mary. We need some more Hail Marys. A lot of these I think are really
GTA
likely.
6.
I think we see Judas, 007 definitely, Crimson Desert definitely, Saros
Alan Wake.
definitely. Like I think a lot of these are really, really, really likely. GTA 7 is definitely a Hail Mary. I'll give you that one.
Beyond
GTA
Good
6,
and Evil. Wow.
Name, and also a Hail Mary. I'd be shocked if they had a GTA 6 trailer, but sure, I'll put GTA 6. That's a Hail Mary for sure. For sure, dude. Dark Souls 4, Armored Core 7, Control 2.
Monster Hunter.
Half-Life 3, I did put Half-Life 3, yes, we did put that. We did put that up there. Far Cry
Sony
7,
IP.
That's also a Hail Mary, bro. It's also, because we only have 3 spots left. Maybe I should have been more tactical with this. I'll do this. Starfield PS5 launch, because that's also, I think, pretty likely. I think that's pretty likely. So that's kind of a freebie. KOTOR, okay. Last one. Dispatch Season 2. Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh.
Or Expedition 33. Okay, maybe what's one that's like really likely that we could swap out? I think Resident Evil's been confirmed. I think it's confirmed to be there. So let's swap out Resident Evil for Expedition 33 DLC. And then for our final one,
Wolf Among Us 2. Ooh.
Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider's a good one.
Tomb Raider.
Is Saros confirmed? Saros is confirmed.
Control.
If it's confirmed, then I mean, we should probably swap it, right? In that case, Horizon multiplayer, just with a picture of Jor praying. Nazalath, the Fallen World. I don't know what that is.
Adivik Verande official donated $10 through Super Chat. Nazraleth, the Fallen World.
Nazraleth. Who knew? I don't know what that is. Island 3, Concord 2, Final Fantasy 7. You think Final Fantasy, the final part, is going to be revealed? Are there any other in here? Can you guys look? Are there any of these that have been confirmed in the last 2 hours that are going to be there? Judas, I don't think has been confirmed. 007, I don't think has been confirmed, but I think it's really, really likely. Same with Crimson Desert. Blade, ooh, that's a good one. Was Phantom Blade 0 confirmed? Tomb Raider is confirmed? Okay, if Tomb Raider is confirmed, then we can...
What about Tour is confirmed?
Yeah,
What?
that's been
What?
confirmed. Phantom Blade, you're also saying was confirmed? Okay, we can drop that if that's confirmed. Okay,
What
so
a-
you want to say Witcher 4? They said Witcher 4 is not coming. They said Witcher 4 is not going to be there in the earnings call. So that's not there. Blade, Marvel, I'll just say Blade. Just say Blade. I feel like that's a deep one. Deep cut. Jedi 3, oh, that could be cool. That could be cool. Dawn Walker, I think they said is going to be there with a trailer. Same with Expanse. I thought they said they're going to be there. Maybe it's just hope on my part. Oh, Light No Fire? Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Light No Fire from Hello Games. Okay, how do we feel about this list? How do we feel? How are we feeling? I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. We can do like a little gray background, a little bit of gray. Just a little bit of gray. I'm going to thicken up them lines. Thicken up them lines right there. How are we feeling? Good? We're feeling good? I'm into it? Okay, like I said, we will fill this out live while we're doing it. I will take a screenshot of it right now, and I will post it to our Discord. And so you guys can fill it out as we go along. I'll just put it in like lobby. And in order to cross it off, it has to be shown and seen at the show. Okay? I won't be like a pedantic prick if it's like, oh, in the pre-show, they show 007. Okay? But the key is it's got to be like a reveal. Okay? So it's not just like, oh, in the like 007 won an award or like something for most anticipated. I don't want that. Conquer 2. It has to have like a trailer, right? It has to have something other than getting an award. I think that goes without saying. That's what we're looking for. Okay? Okay? Fair? And then if we get a bingo, we'll do a PS5 giveaway. Okay? It'll be sweet. It'll be sweet. Freaking sweet, dude. No world we see Kingdom Hearts 4. It will get an announcement on a random Tuesday. Probably. Probably. I guess I should also say, because that is possible at any point for these, if they're revealed before the show, I'll still count it. Okay? I'll still count it. But this will be fun. This will be fun. This is our final list. Some of them really likely. Like, I think, honestly, among these, if I had to like bet, if I had to bet, I would think that probably if I'm going likelihood, right? I think 007 we definitely see. Judas, I think we see that. Black Flag Racing, I think we see that. And I honestly think we probably see like KOTOR or something. I think this is our most likely bingo. I think we don't see Fallout 3. I don't think we see this. I don't think we see GTA 6. I don't think we see Corey's game. I don't think we see Blade. I think we probably see Expedition DLC. I think we probably see Starfield PS5. Don't think we see Elder Scrolls. I kind of doubt Light No Fire. I kind of doubt OD. I kind of doubt these two. I don't think we see New Vegas. I think we see Crimson Desert. Persona 6, I doubt. Half-Life, I doubt. New God of War, I doubt. Kingdom Hearts, I doubt. Bloodborne 2, I doubt. So, like, this is my guess for what's going to be crossed off. Locking it in. We'll see if I'm right. But any of these, I'd be, like, really pleasantly surprised. But we'll see. Intergalactic new full trailer. That's what's on the list. If it's there, we'll do this. It off, and it'll be a good day. If it's Persona 6, I don't even care about losing the money on the PS5. I'll be giddy, dude. Worth it. But I think that this is most likely everything that's revealed and that we cross off. Okay, my final answer. As for the Horizon multiplayer, I will count. Well, should I count the one that's already been revealed if it gets a trailer for the Game Awards, or should I only count the Guerrilla Games one? I was thinking in my head when I wrote it, the Guerrilla Games one, but if I'll count either one because there's technically one that's already revealed. What's your final Hail Mary crazy prediction? Not like LOL, Despacito 2, not like GTA 7, but like honestly, what do you think is something they could actually drop that would just blow you away?
Blade.
Hogwarts Legacy 2?
Blade. Blade would
It's not outside
throw me.
They got a lot of money poured behind that. They got-
Blade would probably throw me. Something with God of War
Originally,
would throw.
it was a good while before, right? It
Um,
was 2020. Yeah, September 2020.
Anything with Batman would probably throw me. Another Game Awards Hail Mary. Game Awards Hail Mary.
What about my letter? Call Uncle Brian.
Game Awards Hail Mary. What is the Game Awards Hail Mary?
Dare to discover. Visit LinkedIn.
Something from Microsoft. Probably 9 times out of 10 something from Microsoft, because goddamn, I don't think we need another Souls like anything. I don't even play those games, but I know I don't need another Souls like anything.
So they revealed it 3 years before launch, 2.5, 3 years before launch. That would time out, dude. If they did it similarly, they could totally show a trailer for it. Imagine
Probably
that.
any
Crazy. I've heard crazier predictions than that. Tell you what,
free to play games, probably. That'll probably throw me.
I think it's more likely to reveal it in May, but it's possible. The Witcher remake, okay, I can see that. Naughty Dog have announced project, something Uncharted related, possibly with Nate's daughter or something. Jack and Daxter remake. Oh
wow, Jack and Daxter.
Put that on the video. Jeff gets up. Everybody, urgent news. New Diddy charges.
All right, my bad, y'all. I'm back.
Do you notice how calm it feels here?
I had a little phone call to take. Little cuz before you go to work.
Connecting with yourself and others.
I know.
I feel like I have waited a long time to have this conversation with you three, because in my mind, you three are the Avengers of entrepreneurship on that. And for very different reasons, you do very different things. You have very different perspectives. You run.
Enter financial literacy in
I
54
spent 9 years
minutes.
in investment banking, understanding how the top 1% manage their money. I studied finance in university and trained as a professional accountant. And after all of that, I discovered you don't need a finance degree, and you definitely don't need to love numbers to manage your money like the wealthy do. You just need a simple roadmap and the commitment to follow it. So in this video, I'm pulling back the curtain on everything I learned in the last decade and the exact strategies that the top 1% use. So here's what we're going to cover. First, we're going to get brutally honest about where you stand right now. Your real net, your income and your spending, and whether you're actually building wealth.
The new limited edition Yves Saint Laurent.
Let's start by talking about night rains ending. In this cutscene,
What if I told you that the difference between people who constantly struggle with decisions and those who seem to...
This is why our villains listen to. Antonio Vidali, before beautiful African patient.
Books entertain, and some books ignite the fire in you. These books were feared, banned, or buried. They aren't safe. They will change you, especially the last one. Fully wake up or go back to sleep. It's your choice. Number one, the book archipel.
The Christmas gift and decor show.
I don't know what it is about his voice, his accent. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
By Alexander Solzhenitsyn. It is a story about a man who faced the full fist of the state and didn't break. A record of Soviet prison camps written by someone who survived them. The book was erased, censored, and hunted in the communist world. Solzhenitsyn was exiled. His words were smothered out page by page. Why? Because it showed that tyranny doesn't begin with violence. It begins with normal people who stay silent, look away, and obey orders. This book gives you courage. Read it, and you'll never kneel again. Number two, 1984 by George Orwell. It is a story about a world where truth is against the law, and your thoughts are not your own. History gets rewritten. Obedience is the highest virtue. 1984 was not published in the communist world, and even in the West, schools and institutions tried to shut it down. Too dark, too real, too close to home, Bratan. Once you read this, you stop trusting the news, and you start listening to your instincts again. Number three, the sovereign individual. It is a story about the collapse of nations and the rise of the free individual. A roadmap for the digital age written before Bitcoin even existed. No country banned it officially, but it was buried by media, ignored by schools, and dismissed by experts. Because it says clearly what the Suki elites don't want you to understand. You don't need them anymore. You never did. Read this, and you start building your exit. Number four, The Creature from Jekyll Island.
Oh yeah, I've been wanting that book. God, I've been wanting that book.
It's a story about how the Suki bankers created the Federal Reserve in secret, and how they've been controlling your money ever since. It was never banned by law, but it was mocked, censored by algorithms, and blacklisted by economists. They called it conspiracy, very convenient. This book pulls the mask of modern economics, and you'll never see a paycheck the same way again. Number five, Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. It is a story about a world where no one is oppressed because everyone is drugged, distracted, and entertained. Ireland banned it for being anti-religious. US schools tried to remove it for decades. Why? Because it showed that pleasure can enslave better than fear. This book reveals the soft prison, the one made of comfort, not of chains, the one you are living in today. Number six, Fahrenheit 451 by Ray Bradbury. It is a story about a fireman who burns books until he decides to read one. A world where knowledge is illegal and screens keep everyone quiet. It was censored and removed from American classrooms. Too much conflict with community values. Too honest about censorships. Ironically, It's a book that got burned. This one will light a fire in your mind. Number 7, reality transurfing. In New Zealand,
Okay, I haven't heard about
it's
this
a
one.
story about how reality isn't fixed. It flows with your thoughts, energy, and attention. A metaphysical manual for stepping out of the matrix and shaping your own life.
Okay.
Mainstream science ignores it. Too mystical, too independent, too dangerous to system of control. Because it teaches you to stop reacting and start choosing. This book doesn't offer comfort, it offers power. But only if you are ready to take responsibility for your word. Number 8, Medical Nemesis by Ivan Illich. It is a story about how healing became an industry and how that industry began making people sicker.
Damn.
Ivan Illich was blacklisted in medical academia. Too radical, too prophetic. This book dared to ask, what if modern medicine is the disease? This one won't just change how you see hospitals, it will change how you define health. Number 9, The Mass Psychology of Fascism by Wilhelm Reich. It's a story about how people give up freedom when they give up passion. With repressed sexuality, you become a zombie for the state. It makes us rigid, obedient, and easy to control. Banned in Nazi Germany, books burned in America. Reich was imprisoned, his ideas erased from history. This book will challenge your conditioning. It will show you that if you take some very primal emotions from people, you take their complete freedom. Number 10, The Egyptian by Mika Walteri. It's a story about an ancient physician walking through the corruption of empire, religion, and war. A novel that feels more true than history itself. Too controversial for certain regimes, too mystical for Soviet materialism, too honest for Arab nationalism. Some says Walteri didn't write it, he channeled it. This one opens your soul's memory. It tells you nothing has changed, and everything must. Number 11, The Adam and Eve Story by Chen Thomas. It's a story about the Earth's forgotten cataclysm, pole shifts, lost civilizations, a reset hidden in plain sight. The CIA classified it in the 1960s, only fragments released decades later. Why? Was the official Suki history. This book won't tell you what to believe. It shows you that you can't believe in anything, and everything will change. And finally, of course, number 12, the Tyndale Bible. Tyndale translated the Bible into the language of the people, not for profit, not for power, for truth. The church banned it. Tyndale was hunted, betrayed, and burned alive. Because he gave the knowledge to the people, and knowledge is power and freedom. His translation used everyday English. He didn't just translate, he broke control. Do you know the King James Bible? It is censored.
Yep.
Tyndale's Bible preserved the Apocrypha, books like Wisdom of Solomon, Sirach, Baruch, Tobit. These texts show resistance to empire, critique religious corruption, and call for inner wisdom over ritual law. This wasn't just a Bible, it was a jailbreak. And the Word of God, censored word, will still break jails today. Especially when you read it with like-minded, powerful people. That's why we have founded the Grimm Circle. Wisdom every day to break your chains. Together. Put away your phones and read. Read deep knowledge. Be honorable.
Well, that was very interesting. Most of those books I've heard of, but after I think what 10 or 8, I didn't know those. Well, I don't know about y'all. I'm kind of in the mood to read a book. I don't know if I want to read a book. Got so many books to read. I don't know. If I gotta watch out for it. Okay. Still raining outside. Don't know to read a book. Read a book on TV. Actually read a book. Read a book on TV. Actually read a book. Truth be told, I think I'm gonna take a shower. But in the meantime, it's tween time. I'm gonna leave you guys with a book to read. I'd rather watch. This is a good podcast to throw on real quick. No.
Let's say that someone has never been exposed to your ideas in The Body Keeps the Score. How do you...
Oh, that's the book I was talking about. How the Body Keeps Score. How to master.
Imagine being able to transform every conversation, every relationship.
Let's rock with it.
Imagine being able to transform every conversation, every relationship, and every opportunity just by mastering your emotions. This audiobook gives you the tools to unlock emotional intelligence and sharpen your social skills so you can connect deeply, communicate clearly, and succeed effortlessly. Start your journey now. Introduction. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt the energy shift? Maybe someone was silently upset and no one had to say a word. You just knew. Or maybe you've met someone who seemed to have this effortless ability to connect, communicate, and make everyone around them feel comfortable and heard. What is it that makes these people different? It's not just talent, good looks, or even intelligence in the traditional sense. It's emotional intelligence. And combined with sharp social skills, it's a superpower. The real secret to success in today's world, having a high IQ or being book smart, simply isn't enough. The people who rise to the top, whether in their careers, relationships, or personal happiness, have something more. They know how to manage their own emotions. They know how to read others. They can connect with people on a deeper level. They're calm under pressure, adaptable, and emotionally resilient. That's what this audiobook is all about. Mastering emotional intelligence, social skills, so you can unlock your full potential and thrive in every area of life. What Ewell? Learn in the chapters ahead. You're going to discover the practical, science-backed tools that emotionally intelligent people use every day, often without realizing it. But here's the best part. These are learnable skills. You don't have to be born with them. You can develop and master them with the right mindset and daily habits. Here's a quick preview of what you're about to dive into. We'll start by breaking down what emotional intelligence really means, not just the buzzwords, but the core elements that drive it. Then we'll explore the science behind it, why your brain reacts the way it does in emotional situations, and how to train it to work for you, not against you. You'll learn how to recognize your emotions, manage them in real time, and build genuine empathy for others. We'll decode body language and social cues so you can walk into any room with confidence.
Try to make sure you
You'll
guys hear
discover how
it.
to speak in a way that makes people want to listen, and how to listen in a way that makes others feel truly heard. We'll cover social confidence, building deeper relationships, navigating tough conversations, and even how to use these skills in your career or business. By the end, you won't just understand emotional intelligence, you'll live it. Why this matters more than ever. Let's face it, our world is more connected than ever, yet people feel lonelier, more misunderstood, and more emotionally overwhelmed than at any other point in history. Why? Because technology might connect us, but emotional intelligence is what binds us. It's what allows us to build trust, resolve conflicts, and create meaningful relationships, whether that's in a Zoom meeting or a face-to-face conversation. In a noisy world, being emotionally intelligent is like being fluent in a language most people have forgotten how to speak. What this book is. Not before we dive in, I want to be clear. This isn't some dry academic lecture filled with theory and fluff. You won't find pages of jargon or meaningless statistics. This is real, raw, and applicable. Every strategy you'll hear is something you can start practicing today. No matter where you're starting from, whether you're shy, socially anxious, emotionally reactive, or just curious, this book will meet you where you are and take you, step by step, toward real transformation. Who this is for this audiobook is for you if you want to feel more in control of your emotions and reactions. You want to connect with people more deeply and authentically. You want to improve your communication, both in personal and professional settings. You're tired of second-guessing yourself in social situations. Or maybe you just want to level up your people skills and become the kind of person others naturally gravitate toward. If any of that sounds like you, you're in the right place. A word of encouragement. Let me say this right now. If you've ever felt like you're just not good with people, or that emotions are hard to understand or express, I want you to know that's not your fault. Most of us were never taught these skills. We learned math, science, and grammar in school. But no one showed us how to calm ourselves down when we're angry, how to set boundaries without guilt, or how to truly listen when someone is hurting. This audiobook is the education you should have gotten. And I promise, by the time you finish, you'll be equipped with the tools, confidence, and understanding to navigate life with emotional mastery. How to get the most out of this audiobook. Here's how I recommend using this. Audiobook. Listen with intention. Treat it like a conversation. Pause, reflect, and let the ideas sink in. Take notes. Jot down insights or strategies that speak to you. Even one idea could change the way you think or act. Practice one thing at a time. You don't need to master everything overnight. Choose one skill or technique per chapter and start applying it in your daily life. Revisit as needed. Come back to the chapters that resonate most when you need a refresher. Repetition builds mastery. The journey ahead. You're about to go on a journey that could dramatically upgrade your life, not by changing who you are, but by unlocking the full power of who you've always had the potential to become. You already have the spark inside you. This audiobook is just the fuel. So let's get started. Let's master emotional intelligence. Let's build the social skills that open doors, build bridges, and change lives. Because when you get your emotions right, everything else starts to fall into place. Chapter 1. the science behind emotional intelligence. Let's get scientific, but keep it simple. Before we dive into the how-to of mastering emotional intelligence, we need to answer a big question. What exactly is emotional intelligence? And how does it really work in your brain and body? Don't worry, we're not going to get lost in technical jargon or brain scans. But it's important to understand the science behind emotional intelligence, because once you know what's happening inside you, chemically, neurologically, and psychologically, it becomes easier to take control of your reactions and reshape how you think, feel, and act. So let's break it down. What is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence, often called EQ or emotional quotient, is your ability to recognize, understand, manage, and influence your emotions and the emotions of others. It's made up of 5 core components: self-awareness, knowing what you're feeling and why; self-regulation, managing your emotions in healthy ways; motivation, using emotions to fuel positive actions; empathy, understanding the feelings of others; social skills, navigating relationships and interactions effectively. Think of EQ as your internal GPS. It helps you navigate tough conversations, make smart decisions under pressure, and build relationships that actually work. And here's the cool part: EQ isn't fixed. Unlike your IQ, which tends to stay relatively stable throughout your life, your emotional intelligence can grow as much as you're willing to work on it. The emotional brain, meet your limbic system. Let's get into your brain for a moment. Inside your head is a small but powerful part called the limbic system, and it's the emotional command center of your body. This system includes structures like the amygdala, which is like your emotional alarm system, and the hippocampus, which helps store emotional memories. When something happens around you, someone cuts you off in traffic, your boss criticizes you, or a friend gives you a compliment, your brain's first response comes from the amygdala. It asks, is this a threat or a reward? If it senses danger or emotional stress, it triggers the classic fight, flight, or freeze response. Your heart races, your palms sweat, your breathing changes. This is your biology in action, getting you ready to react. But here's where emotional intelligence comes in. The prefrontal cortex, the thinking, rational part of your brain, can step in and help you respond instead of just react. EQ is the ability to pause, evaluate the situation, and choose how you respond. It's the difference between snapping at someone and taking a breath, between sending that angry text or thinking twice, between letting fear hold you back or channeling it into courage. The amygdala, hijack. When emotions take over. Have you ever lost your temper and thought, that wasn't me, I don't know what came over me? That's called an amygdala hijack, when your emotional brain overrides your rational brain. It happens in a split second. Your amygdala sounds the alarm before your prefrontal cortex has time to process. In that moment, your body is flooded with stress hormones like adrenaline and cortisol, preparing you to react rather than think. But here's the good news. You can train your brain to pause, reflect, and rewire your automatic responses. Through mindfulness, breathing techniques, and the self-awareness exercises we'll cover later in this audiobook, you can give your rational brain the space it needs to step in before the emotional storm hits. That's the science behind emotional regulation. And it's one of the most powerful EQ skills you can build. Mirror neurons and empathy. Let's talk about empathy, which is another pillar of emotional intelligence. Have you ever yawned after seeing someone else yawn? Or felt emotional watching someone cry, even in a movie? That's the work of mirror neurons, specialized cells in your brain that help you understand and feel what others are experiencing. They create an internal simulation of someone else's emotion. When your EQ is high, these mirror neurons are especially active. You become more attuned to subtle cues, like changes in someone's tone, body language, or facial expression. That's why emotionally intelligent people are often called intuitive. It's not magic, it's neurology. And just like a muscle, your empathy can grow stronger the more you exercise it. The role of neuroplasticity. One of the most exciting discoveries in neuroscience is neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change and rewire itself based on your thoughts, actions, and experiences. What does this mean for you? It means emotional intelligence isn't just a personality trait. It's a skill set you can develop with intention. Every time you practice staying calm during stress, every time you choose curiosity over judgment, every time you listen deeply to someone else's story, you are physically rewiring your brain to become more emotionally intelligent. It's like working out. The more reps you put in, the stronger your emotional muscles become. The link between EQ and success. Now let's get practical. Why does emotional intelligence matter in real life? Studies have shown that EQ is a stronger predictor of long-term success than IQ. In fact, people with high EQ earn more money on average. They are more likely to be promoted and trusted in leadership roles. They build stronger relationships, experience less stress, and enjoy higher life satisfaction. In one famous study by Daniel Goleman, author of Emotional Intelligence, it was found that up to 90% of the difference between top performers and average ones in leadership roles came down to EQ, not IQ or technical skills. This applies in relationships too. People with high EQs are better at resolving conflicts, expressing love and appreciation, and supporting those around them. So whether you're building a business, managing a team, raising a family, or trying to deepen your friendships, emotional intelligence is your secret weapon. Emotions are data. Here's one more powerful concept to remember. Emotions are not the enemy. They're data. They're signals that tell you what's happening beneath the surface. Anxiety might be telling you that something important is at stake. Anger could be revealing a boundary that's been crossed. Sadness might be inviting you to reflect or release something. When you view emotions as information instead of problems, you can learn from them instead of fearing or suppressing them. That's what emotional intelligence teaches us: to decode the message behind the emotion and to respond with wisdom instead of impulse. Practical exercise, emotional audit. Let's end this chapter with a simple but powerful exercise. Over the next 24 hours, do an emotional audit. Here's how. Every few hours, pause and ask yourself, what emotion am I feeling right now? What might have triggered it? How is my body reacting? Tense shoulders, racing heart, etc. What do I want to do about this emotion? What would be a thoughtful response instead? Keep a journal or use a notes app on your phone. Just 1 or 2 sentences per check-in is enough. This practice builds the bridge between your emotional and rational brain. It helps you start noticing patterns, and it gives you the space to choose how you respond instead of letting emotions control the show. Final thoughts for this chapter. You don't have to be a neuroscientist to understand emotional intelligence, but understanding the science behind it empowers you to take charge of your inner world. When you learn how your brain processes emotions, when you start seeing emotions as signals, not enemies, and when you realize that empathy and connection are wired into your biology, you step into a whole new level of personal power. Emotional intelligence is not just a nice to have, it's the foundation for everything meaningful, from confidence to communication to connection. And now that you understand how it works behind the scenes, you're ready for the next step. Chapter 2, Self-awareness, recognizing your emotions, the foundation of all emotional intelligence. Let's get straight to the point. You can't control what you don't recognize. And when it comes to emotions, self-awareness is the key that unlocks everything. Think of emotional intelligence like a house. If that's true, then self-awareness is the foundation. Without it, everything else, emotional control, empathy, social skills, starts to crack and collapse. What is self-awareness? Self-awareness is your ability to observe your own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors in real time. It's like being able to zoom out and watch yourself from the outside. Here's the big shift. Instead of being trapped inside the emotion, you notice it. You name it. You ask, what am I feeling right now? And why? Sounds simple? It is. But it's not always easy, especially in moments of stress, anger, or emotional overload. Why most people stay emotionally blind? Let's be honest. Most people are emotionally reactive. They're like leaves in the wind, tossed around by every feeling without understanding where those feelings come from. Why? Because nobody ever taught us to slow down and ask deeper questions. We were told, don't cry, stop being angry, just get over it. But here's what emotion. They ask themselves, what is this emotion trying to tell me? That one question can change your entire life. The power of naming emotions, one of the most powerful tools in emotional intelligence, is labeling your emotions. It may sound basic, but studies show that just naming what you're feeling reduces the intensity of that emotion. This is called affect labeling, and it's backed by neuroscience. Instead of saying, I feel bad, try, I feel disappointed. Instead of, I'm just stressed, say, I feel overwhelmed because I'm afraid I won't meet this deadline. Instead of, I'm mad, say, I feel frustrated because my boundaries were ignored. The more specific your emotional vocabulary, the more clarity you gain, and with clarity comes control. Emotional triggers. Know them or be controlled by them. Everyone has emotional triggers, things that instantly set off strong reactions. Could be being ignored, feeling disrespected, being interrupted, feeling judged or misunderstood, being compared to someone else. These aren't random. They usually tie back to past experiences, core beliefs, or unmet emotional needs. Self-awareness means identifying your personal triggers so you're not blindsided by them. Next time you feel an intense emotional reaction, ask, what just happened? What did it make me believe about myself? Where have I felt this before? This gives you the chance to break free from autopilot reactions and choose a different response. Body signals. Your emotions talk through your body. Your body often knows how you feel before your mind catches up. Tight shoulders, shallow breathing, a racing heart, clenched fists. These are signs your body is processing something. When you learn to tune into your physical sensations, you get access to your emotions early, before they boil over. Try this quick body scan. Close your eyes and take a slow breath. Ask, where do I feel tension right now? Name the sensation. I feel pressure in my chest, or my stomach feels tight. Ask, what emotion might be causing this? This practice helps you connect with your emotions before they overwhelm you. Journaling for self-awareness. One of the best ways to build emotional self-awareness is through daily journaling. No, it doesn't have to be pages and pages. Just a few minutes a day can shift your mindset and mood. Try this journal prompt. What emotion did I feel most strongly today? What triggered it? How did I respond? What would I do differently next time? Over time, journaling reveals patterns, emotional loops, recurring triggers, and how your responses evolve. It's like having a mirror for your inner world. The stories. We tell ourselves, your emotions are not just about what happens to you, but how you interpret what happens. For example, someone cancels on you, you feel rejected. The story, they don't care about me. You make a mistake at work, you feel anxious. The story, I'm not good enough. Emotionally intelligent people challenge those stories. They ask, is this story true? Is there another way to see this? Am I taking this personally when it might not be about me? This mental shift from reaction to reflection is what separates high EQ individuals from the rest. Emotional check-ins, your daily practice. Here's a practical tool you can use daily, an emotional check-in. Once or twice a day, pause and ask, what am I feeling right now? What triggered this emotion? How is it affecting my thoughts and actions? What do I need right now? Comfort, clarity, movement, silence. You can do this in the car, on a walk, or during a break at work. These micro moments of reflection build the habit of emotional awareness without overwhelm. The power of pause. In emotionally charged situations, the difference between regret and wisdom is one thing, the pause. Before sending that angry message, before saying something you'll regret, before reacting, just pause. Take one breath. Give your brain a second to catch up. Ask yourself, what emotion am I feeling right now? And what would my highest self do next? That one pause can save relationships, careers, and your own peace of mind. Final thoughts for this chapter: self-awareness isn't about perfection. It's about attention. It's about tuning in instead of tuning out. It's about listening to your emotional signals and decoding what they're trying to say. It's about being honest with yourself, not judgmental, just honest. The more you practice self-awareness, the more empowered you become. You stop being a prisoner of your emotions and start becoming the master of them. You'll feel more in control, more grounded, more confident, and most importantly, you'll start building the emotional intelligence that transforms every part of your life. Chapter 3, managing emotions in difficult situations. Life happens. Emotions happen. What now? Here's the truth. Everyone gets emotional. Even the calmest, most grounded person you know has bad days, feels triggered, or gets overwhelmed. The difference between those who fall apart and those who stay in control isn't whether or not they feel emotions. It's how they handle those emotions. This chapter is about just that, managing your emotions when life gets messy. Because let's be real, it's easy to be emotionally intelligent when everything's going well. The real test is when someone cuts you off in traffic, your partner says something hurtful, or you get that sinking feeling of anxiety before a big moment. That's when emotional mastery counts most. Emotions are energy. Let's start with a powerful perspective. Emotions are energy in motion. They move through your body. They rise and fall like waves. They are meant to be felt, acknowledged, and then released. But here's what most people do. They suppress emotions, or they explode with emotions, or they try to escape emotions through food, social media, scrolling, or distractions. Managing emotions isn't about ignoring or controlling them like a robot. It's about feeling them fully, but not letting them control your actions. You can feel anger without yelling. You can feel sadness without shutting down. You can feel anxiety and still show up and do the thing anyway. The emotional thermostat versus thermometer. Here's a mental model to help you. Imagine a thermometer. It just reacts to whatever's happening in the environment. If it's hot, it goes up. If it's cold, it drops. No control, just reaction. Now imagine a thermostat. It senses the temperature, but then sets the tone. It regulates the environment. It takes responsibility for the atmosphere. Most people are emotional thermometers. They reflect the energy around them. But emotionally intelligent people are thermostats. They feel what's happening and then choose how they want to respond. Which one are you becoming? Step 1, name the emotion. This is always the first step. Why? Because you can't manage what you don't name. Let's say you're in a meeting and someone cuts you off mid-sentence. Your chest tightens, your jaw clenches, you feel a rush of heat. What do? You pause and mentally name it. I'm feeling disrespected. I'm feeling frustrated. This small moment creates space between you and the emotion. And in that space, you get your power back. Step 2, breathe to reset. This may sound cliche, but it works. Your breath is your remote control for your nervous system. When emotions spike, your body goes into fight or flight. Heart races, muscles tense, vision narrows. But deep, intentional breathing tells your brain, we're okay. You're safe. Try this simple breathing pattern. Inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Exhale for 4 seconds. Repeat 3 to 5 times. This calms the amygdala, your emotional alarm system, and reactivates the rational brain. It's not magic. It's biology. Step 3, ask better questions. Your brain is always answering questions, even when you're not aware of them. Low EQ people ask, why does this always happen to me? What's wrong with me? Why are people so difficult? High EQ people ask, what am I feeling and what triggered it? What's really going on here beneath the surface? How can I respond in a way I'll be proud of? Later, when you ask better questions, you get better answers and better actions. Step 4, choose a response, not a reaction. This is the moment that defines emotional maturity. A reaction is automatic. It's your survival brain lashing out or shutting down. A response is thoughtful. It comes from clarity and strength. Let's go back to the meeting example. You were cut off. You're frustrated. You've taken a breath and asked yourself, what's really going on? Now you get to respond. That might look like staying calm and bringing your point back up with confidence, addressing the interruption later in private, letting it go if it wasn't worth the energy. The key is, you chose. Not your ego, not your emotion, you. The 90-second rule. Did you know that most emotional reactions last only 90 seconds unless you feed them? That's right. According to neuroscientist Dr. Jill Bolt Taylor, when an emotion is triggered, there's a 90-second chemical process in the body. After that, it's up to us to keep replaying the story or to let it pass. So next time you feel anger, sadness, or anxiety rising, remind yourself, this will pass. I just need to ride the wave. Take the 90 seconds. Breathe. Stay still. Don't react yet. That's emotional self-control in action. Reframing. Change the meaning. Change the emotion. Emotion often comes from interpretation, not just the event itself. Let's say someone doesn't respond to your message. You could interpret that as, they're ignoring me. Emotion, hurt. They don't care about me. Emotion, anger. Maybe they're busy. Emotion, understanding. Same event, different meaning, totally different emotional experience. Emotionally intelligent people are masters of reframing. They challenge their assumptions. They look for alternative explanations. They stay curious instead of jumping to conclusions. How to handle emotional overload. Sometimes the emotion is just too much. You feel overwhelmed. You want to cry or scream or shut down. That's okay. Here's a quick emotional reset routine. Remove yourself from the environment if you can. Move your body. Go for a walk, stretch, do push-ups, shake it out. Express the emotion, write it out, talk to someone, or cry if needed. Refocus your mind. Listen to calming music. Read something inspiring, or visualize a peaceful place. The goal isn't to fix the feeling. It's to ground yourself so you can get back to clarity. Real life scenarios. Let's apply this to a few situations. You're stuck in traffic, running late. Old you freaks out, curses, feels helpless. New you notices the stress, breathes, accepts what's out of your control, uses the time to listen to a podcast or reflect. Your friend cancels plans last minute. Old you feels rejected, assumes they don't care. New you feels disappointed, but asks for clarification, chooses to respond with kindness or set a boundary if needed. You make a mistake at work. Old you panics, feels like a failure. New you acknowledges the mistake, feels the sting, but reminds yourself that mistakes are part of growth and takes action to fix it. This is how emotional strength is built, moment by moment. Final thoughts for this chapter. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. Managing your emotions isn't about suppressing them. It's about owning them. When you learn to ride the wave of emotion without being swept away, you become unshakable. You stay calm in chaos. You think clearly under pressure. You respond from wisdom, not impulse. That's what emotional intelligence is all about. And the best part? Every challenge becomes a training ground. Every tough moment becomes an opportunity to strengthen your emotional muscle. Chapter 4. Building empathy for stronger relationships. Why empathy changes everything. Let's be honest. Everyone wants to feel seen, heard, and understood. Whether it's your partner, a friend, a coworker, or even a stranger on the street, the deepest human craving is connection. And the secret ingredient, empathy. Empathy is more than just being nice. It's the ability to step into someone else's emotional shoes, to feel what they're feeling without losing yourself in the process. In a world full of distractions, misunderstandings, and surface-level interactions, empathy is what turns relationships from transactional to transformational. The two types of empathy to master empathy. It's important to understand its two main forms. Emotional empathy, feeling with someone. When your friend is grieving and you feel that lump in your throat, that's emotional empathy. It's immediate, it's visceral. It's like your heart is tuned to theirs. Cognitive empathy, understanding someone's perspective. You might not feel their emotion, but you get it. You see where they're coming from, even if you disagree. This is especially useful in conflict or professional settings. The best communicators, they blend both. They feel with you and they understand you, sympathy versus empathy. There's a big difference. Let's clear this up once and for all. Sympathy is when you say, I feel bad for you. Empathy says, I feel this with you. Sympathy stands at a distance. It's pity. Empathy moves closer. It's connection. Imagine a friend has just lost a job. Sympathy says, oh, that sucks. Hope it works out. Empathy says, that must be really hard. I know how scary that uncertainty can feel. I'm here with you. See the difference? One creates distance. The other builds trust. The three-step empathy formula. If you want a simple way to practice empathy in real conversations, here it is. Listen to understand, not respond. This means you're not thinking about your reply. You're not judging. You're not interrupting. You're fully present. Eye contact, nods, silence when needed. Name what you notice. That sounds frustrating. You seem really overwhelmed. I hear a lot of sadness in what you're saying. Validate the emotion. It makes sense you'd feel that way. Anyone in your shoes would be feeling that too. You're not crazy for feeling this. It's human. Validation doesn't mean agreement. It means acknowledgement. And acknowledgement is healing. Common blocks to empathy. Let's be real. Sometimes empathy is hard. Here are a few things that get in the way. Judgment. Why are they overreacting? Comparison. That's nothing compared to what I've been through. Advice giving. Here's what you should do. Before they even finish talking. Distraction. Checking your phone mid-conversation. Emotional overload. Feeling too much and shutting down. Awareness is the first step. Once you know your empathy blockers, you can catch them in the moment and choose a better way. Empathy starts with self-awareness. Remember chapters 2 and 3. They weren't just about you. They were training grounds for empathy, because when you understand and manage your own emotions, you're much better equipped to hold space for someone else's. Emotionally unaware, people struggle with empathy. Why? Because they can't tell where their feelings end and the other person's begin, or they get uncomfortable and want to fix it too fast. Empathy isn't about fixing, it's about feeling with and sitting beside. Empathy in action, real-life examples. Let's walk through a few everyday moments and how empathy can shift everything. Example. First, your partner comes home stressed and snaps at you. Old reaction. Why are you taking this out on me? Empathic response. You seem really stressed. Want to talk about it or just need space? Example 2. A friend cancels last minute for the 3rd time. Old reaction. Wow, you're so flaky. Empathic response. Hey, I'm feeling a little let down. Is everything okay on your end? Example 3. A coworker messes up a project and blames others. Old reaction. What a coward. Empathic response. It looks like you're feeling pressured. Want to brainstorm how to fix this together? Notice what changed. Empathy softens conflict. It opens doors. It builds bridges. mirror neurons, and the brain science of empathy. Here's where it gets cool. Your brain is wired for empathy. Inside your brain are special cells called mirror neurons. When you see someone smile or cry or wince in pain, your brain literally mirrors that emotion. This is why you tear up during emotional movie scenes. You cringe when someone gets hurt. You feel warm when someone hugs you. Empathy isn't just emotional, it's biological. But like any muscle, it strengthens with use. Building empathy in relationships. Here's how to cultivate empathy with the people who matter most. Ask better questions. What's been on your mind lately? How are you really feeling? About that? What do you need from me right now? Practice active listening. Reflect what you hear. So what I'm hearing is,
and I'm
ask
back.
clarifying questions.
What's up, y'all?
Avoid interrupting or jumping to conclusions. Stay curious, not critical. Instead of, you're being too sensitive, try, help me understand what made you feel that way. Remember, everyone has a backstory. That rude person at the store, maybe they just lost someone. That angry coworker, maybe they feel invisible. That cold friend, maybe they're battling depression. Empathy, you see the human behind the behavior. When empathy feels draining, yes. Empathy can be exhausting if you don't have boundaries. You're not meant to carry everyone's pain. You're meant to connect with it, not absorb it. If you find yourself overwhelmed, set limits. It's okay to say, I want to support you, but I need a short break to recharge. Detach with love. You can care deeply and still protect your peace. Refill your own emotional tank through rest, nature, movement, or silence. Empathy is a gift, but it starts with giving some to yourself first. Final thoughts for this chapter. Empathy is the skill that makes you unforgettable. It turns average listeners into trusted friends. It turns surface relationships into deep bonds. And it turns good leaders into great ones. When you practice empathy, you're telling people, you matter. Your pain is valid. You're not alone. That one simple message, it can heal relationships. It can change lives. And sometimes it can even save them. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present. Chapter 5, Social Skills, Countdown 1.
You ain't gotta be perfect. You just gotta be present. Oh, that was a nice, good old shower. Definitely needed it. Where am I? Smoke break, smoke break, smoke break. Where you at? I was listening to it though. It was some very interesting stuff. Makes me think back to all the times where I would get upset or get mad and then pause and be like, let me just take a breather real quick. Let me just breathe for a second. Let me just think, what's causing this issue and this problem. So, yeah. I don't know. Have y'all ever thought about emotional intelligence? I know it's kind of a nuance, but it's been known and studied for quite some time. I think the whole just kind of self-aware movement or self-aware frequency boomed before, during, and after COVID. Now everybody wants to be aware or self-aware and don't know really how to. I think when everybody was talking about, woke this and woke that, which I hate the whole narrative. I hate that whole how they spun it, because in my opinion, like, no matter how you spin it, twist it, flip it, this is what I believe. I truly believe that the where the Earth sits, and amongst the universe, amongst this universe, amongst galaxies, these galaxies amongst other galaxies, right? That we are getting essentially a download or an upgrade in frequency. So if our galaxy is pitching just a tiny bit in frequency, so does the galaxy, universe, so forth and so forth, all the way down to the Earth. And then since Earth is frequency is rising, so does the plants, the animals, and so forth and so forth. And so I believe we're rising up in frequency and are about to sink in more with the frequency of Earth as humans. And so that's where that whole kick of wanting to be aware, be self-aware, and stuff like that. I think that was like a collective conscious prediction that we collectively kind of knew. And then here, what was it, this year? We had that phenomenon where, what was it, like something about the sun being at its highest point, its hottest point, and it was giving off so many solar energy flares or whatever have you, and that made and that somehow contributed to like our atmosphere being low, but it raised our frequency somehow, some way. I don't know. I like stars. But anyways, but no, being self-aware is very important, and just being intelligent. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there we go. Being self-aware, being emotionally intelligent. My book is pretty important, but all of what it was talking about, I couldn't help, especially what was that, chapter 4, or whatever it was most recently talking about empathy. I couldn't help but to think about all those nights, of of arguing. My mother wanting to argue about the most smallest, pettiest stuff, and essentially transmuting, you know, what she was really feeling, how she was really what she was really going through. All those days and nights of me, staying up, learning about emotions and how to read them and what they mean, and learning about trauma and stuff like that. So it's very, I don't know, that was very kind of interesting. It sparked up that idea or those memories, and it makes me really think um, about, I guess, my emotions then. Because being, 12, 13 years old, and being in the house with your mom, and having to, transmute. I say transmute, but I forgot what the video said. Transmit or something, another. But transmute, what someone's going through, what are they really saying? They're snapping at you. But are they really snapping at you? Like, what are they really snapping at you? Or are they snapping about a problem that they have, or a dilemma that they're facing, or something like that? And getting to the knee deep of it all. Um, Man, and come to think of it, like a lot of the times my mom just wanted to argue just to argue. Or no, I take that back. That's the ego talking to me. She would give me small glimpses of what the real problem would be, and then turn around and do like some like trivial reverse psychology trick or whatever have you, and then it will spiral back into a whole new fresh argument, so to speak. But yeah, just watching that video and listening to it made me think a lot about the intelligence I had to have in order not to be emotionally and verbally beat up on, um, you know, and the psychological defenses I had to have not to beat myself up, or to let those or to let those negative thoughts that's coming from somebody enter my mind, and repeating them internally makes them true externally type shit. You know what I mean? It takes a lot. It takes a lot of energy to do that. It takes a lot of energy to do that. I know for 100% experience. It takes a lot of energy. Yeah, thinking back, I spent a lot of emotional intelligence and energy. Let's just say energy. Spent a lot of energy um, mediating. My parents split up, mediating whatever my sister was going through. Pat on the back for me. Go me. Go me. Now, if I can only capitalize on it and make some money from it, that part. That part. I like to think I have a strong sense of my emotions. I can definitely pinpoint where my emotions come from. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just let them loose, let them go. Like the video said, give it 90 seconds. Anything past that, you're continuing on. And I say I have continued some emotions on certain situations for a very, very long time. Like hold grudges. I think a grudge is when a situation happens and you go beyond that 90 seconds. You make it days, weeks, months on end. But I think that's just a reflection of maturity. The Game Awards is tomorrow, and I'm super stoked. I might not be able to play most of the games that come out, but I can live vicariously through you and other content creators. So go you and go those content creators. That's mainly why I watch like gameplays of certain games. For a hot little minute, I was this type of person that would be like, why would you want to watch a game when you can play it? You don't always have the time or the expenses to play a game, or it's just more entertaining. Which is what I found to be. But yeah, no, I was definitely one of those type of people that were like, why would you watch this or why would you watch that or gameplay of this or gameplay of that? It's actually entertaining to watch. It's actually here. It's actually fun to watch people react in time while they're playing the game. I don't know if I'm cut out to do like gameplay or playthroughs of games. I don't know. I feel like I don't have that like energy like most game players do. Like game player content creators have. I don't know. I'll just be sitting there so locked in, so in the zone. I don't know. I don't feel like I got it in me. And then on the flip side, for most part, like a lot of games I play, some weird, crazy ish would happen. But you won't, if I told you, you would not believe me. Like one of my favorite games, all time favorite games, Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War, right? The Shadow of Mordor series, so to speak. I've had the most craziest scenarios happen that you would not believe me had I tell you. But if I recorded it, but it'd be my luck. None of that ever happened to when I start recording. When I actually put intent to it, instead of letting the universe just do its thing, hey, it won't come. It won't come. It'll just be like, yeah. So I don't know. I think it takes some energy, that type of spark of energy to really make a good gameplay game through. And then your commentary gotta be on point. Like I feel like I'll just be sitting there, be talking trash monkey-ish towards the game and not even worry about the chat or read the chat or anything. But FAFO. I won't know unless I do it. I'm trying to be like Brad when I grow up. Oh man, all right, y'all. Well, I gotta rest up. Might be on a little later, who knows? But I'll definitely be on tomorrow for the Game Awards. We're gonna watch that for sure. But yeah, let me know y'all predictions. Comment, like, share, comment, subscribe to the platform here at Edwards World, because you are definitely changing the life, for sure. Let me know some Game Award predictions. Let me know about the video we watched today, emotional intelligence. How do you feel about emotional intelligence? Do you feel like you got your emotions locked down? Do you think you have, a good handle on your emotions? This, that, and the third. What does emotional intelligence mean to you? But hug your loved ones. Be safe out there. Go out there and chase your dreams. And remember, somebody, somewhere, somebody loves you. I'm out.